everybody and welcome to another video. I will do my plan for 2025 at the end of this video. We'll watch a few numpties first, shall we? It is illegal to have a number plate that you cannot read in this country, whether you've got one on there that you can't read or it's just not on there. We're looking at this blue car here. Do you think that's done on purpose? It's come from the A217, that car. And there is a hell of a lot of cameras there that all cameras point at the back of the car on that road. I'm thinking that's done on purpose. That mess on the back of the car has been left there on purpose. Now in this clip we are looking at the car behind us, or more importantly the driver that likes to play with their phone. You'll see it in a second. I will pause it. There it is. She picks up the phone and then she has a little look at it and blah-de-blah-de-blah. And I will speed this up because it does go on for a little while and we are just stuck at traffic lights. But the concentration has been broken. Her concentration to driving has been broken because of the phone. Now, all it is, it's not crime of the century or anything. She doesn't turn her indicator on when she's turning left here. People will say, oh, for goodness sake. But today, it's an indicator that she hasn't put on. Tomorrow, it's a child that she hits. Now in this clip, some of you may know where I am. I'm at Hackbridge Station. The station over there gives it away, I guess. But I'm turning left to go into Lidl. You know me and my Lidl. But this car I've got a problem with. Blue flashing lights is police, isn't it? He, to me, doesn't look like a policeman. That doesn't look like a policeman's uniform to me. Or if they changed their uniform. Let us know in the comments down below what that could be. Someone a bit dodgy, or has the police changed their uniform? Yeah, let us know. Now in this clip we're coming up to some keep clear signs. Now for me there's only one reason these keep clear signs are there, is so the traffic from the left can actually pull out. So that red car, I don't know why it's waiting there, and neither does the car behind it as it uses the horn on it. And then it pulls out and it gets in front of me, which is fine. But the car behind, the Jag, goes all the way out there, and that second line is the stop line. Where are you going?
Jag's going to go way past the line, though. The line is there.
Now in the next clip, we're on the A3 and we're about to come off for the M25. Now, you want to be looking through the window of the car in front of me to see how many people are cutting across. You can see the solid lines to the left hand side on the ground and how many people are actually cutting across in front of us here that are in the wrong lane. You can see them all with their indicators on. We have got them behind us as well. See the lorry swerving round them there. Now most of these vehicles that are coming up on the left hand side are in the lane to go south. But they're not going south, they want to go north. And I do expect a little bit better from a proper professional driver that hasn't got their blues and twos on. That is poor driving from the ambulance there. Well, to be fair, it's poor driving from them all. They should all be looking at the signs and realising that they're in the wrong lane. But an emergency service vehicle, you do expect a little bit better. Well, I do anyway. I let the blue car in, to be perfectly honest. I didn't want to, but it's dangerous not letting them in sometimes. And when we go to the rear, you'll see the carnage behind me. Look at them all. All of them trying to get past. I mean, you can see by the type of cars they are, you know. When do you ever see a big Land Rover, Range Rover thing like that in the inside lane? Only when that lane's moving faster than the rest of them. Now, but there is one that really pisses me off. Keep watching to the right. That one there that's pulling out, look. He's in the wrong lane. He wants to get into our lane, but he don't even want to wait behind the queue of traffic that's in front of him to get into the correct lane. He comes up beside me.
No. He's just gone round everyone back there that's in the lane, and he's gone round them all to this one.
I know, I was going to say, who's going to let him injure me?
You know, he knows he's in the wrong lane and he's gone round the ones that are queuing up to get in this lane to get in front of them. And someone's let him in behind me as well. Unbelievable, these people.
And if you look further down the road, look, they're blocking up the road so people can't use the correct lane to go south. They have to wait because people who want to go north are in this lane blocking it all up. And they're still cutting across up there. You'll see a few more that leave it till right very end. Look, another one there. These are the same people that do it from the good old M25 to the A3. So now we're on the good old M25, and some of you will be happy to know that I did get a slap from my passenger in this clip. It wasn't a paying customer, it was the wife. Yes, she had her head down in her phone, and oh, the child in me came out. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep quiet now. Hey!
What are you doing? What?
So, hey, Laurie.
Please tell me I'm not the only child that shouts out hey when you see a hey lorry to make everyone jump in your car. It's even better when you got an electric car because they're so bloody quiet and they're in their phones and you just shout it out, everyone jumps. So we're coming up to this roundabout. We're off the M25, we're off the M4, we're heading into Slough, and as you can see we got a left turn only lane. The right hand lane is a straight on or a turn right only lane. As you can see, we all do it correctly. Even the Audi in front of me. Yeah, it's not always an Audi, but it is always someone in a German car. Mr. Headlights here. He's in the straight on lane. Yep, the Burke in the Merc. There he goes. I do give him a little bit of a round of applause, because driving like that deserves a bit of a round of applause, I'm afraid. So we're still in Slough, obviously a little bit later, and that red car over to the right hand side, I'm going to let out. Now you would think that with it being a bit dark, I'm going to struggle seeing if they're on their mobile phone. Not in this case. Look at it, illumination there. It's like Blackpool illuminations they put out in their car. What an absolute idiot. Talk about letting me know that you're on the phone.
Holding his phone, you could see him holding his phone. See the phone lit up, and he's holding it there like that.
Yeah, it's a giveaway, isn't it?
Now we're in Richmond for this one, heading towards Richmond Park. And we're looking at the bike lane over there to the right hand side that no one uses, as you can obviously see. They don't have to use it. But my issue is, look how small the place is for pedestrians. Look how small that is. You can only get one person in that. There's no pavement on the left hand side, and there's no bikes that are using the bloody the bike lane. So get rid of the bike lane and just have it as a pavement, as a decent sized pavement for pedestrians. Because that little bit there, look at it now. Look how small it is. You can only go single file. We'll stop it here with these two. Now he is obviously in the bike lane. She isn't. But if they wanted to walk side by side, holding each other's hands or whatever, they can't, because they'd be in the bike lane and it would be quite dangerous. Well, it wouldn't be, because no fucking cyclist uses it. Get rid of it. The cyclists won't even know that it's gone. So now the numpties are out of the way, I'm going to talk about my plans for 2025. And we're in Brighton for this clip, by the way. It's quite a long clip, and I will show you Brighton, the seafront and down by the pier. But I'll show you and I'll tell you why I'm here in the first place. Now this clip was shot February last year. And the only reason I'm down in Brighton here is because I'm going to an Uber office. Yes, every couple of years, Uber wants a picture of me. Why, I do not know. They've got a picture of my face from my driving licence. They got a picture of my face from my private hire licence. But no, they have to have one done by them. Now, they gave me two options to do this picture. I could either go to an office they got it right near Tower Bridge, or I can go to Brighton. I chose Brighton because I'm literally on the M23 where I live, and it's a nice journey down to Brighton, a nicer area. Probably better content for the channel if I'd gone to Tower Bridge, but nowhere to park, cost an arm and a leg to park, and it would probably take me, believe it or not, longer to get to Tower Bridge at the appointment time that they gave me as well. So as ridiculous as it sounds, I've come all the way to Brighton for Uber to take a picture of me, and it took a few seconds, literally a few seconds, and then I was on my way again. And not only that, I've got a good experience in this place. I've been here now 3 times, and the guys here are so quick, so helpful, so polite. The ones in London, you're there for a very long time. So we're coming up to where this place is, and this is what I'm showing you this for. It's the most bizarre place to have an Uber office. Yeah, so there you go, Sussex Cricket Ground. Uber has got an office in Sussex Cricket Ground. Bizarre, eh? I'm not into cricket or anything like that, so I'm not bothered about the cricket stadium or anything like that, but I just find it really weird that Uber's got an office in here. It's really weird, and I'll show you it when we come round here. Yeah, just a bizarre place to have an office, but like I say, it's a lot easier than Tower Bridge. It's crazy, a lot more miles to get here, but it's a lot easier. And as I said, that the guys here are really nice, they're really helpful. In actual fact, I parked up the car and they came out and got me. My appointment wasn't till 11 o'clock, and as you can see, it's 26 minutes past 10, and they come out and got me and said, are you here for this? And yeah, and they brought me in early, and I was away before my appointment time. And they did this with everyone. When I was here, the guy up there in front, he got pulled in before me, with the guys coming out to say, come in, don't worry about the appointment time, come in. So yeah, this is the reason why I come here rather than go into London. As you know, some of you know, I bloody hate London. I cannot stand it. It's horrible. It's not the London that I grew up in. It's a shithole. So I come down to a nice area, Brighton. So once this guy finishes messing about in front of me, you know, I obviously didn't know what he was going to do. He's parking up, so I'm going to park up behind him. You'll see the time jump on the right hand side, and that's how long I was in there for. And I sat in my car for a bit as well, so you'll see it now jump to me actually leaving. So I'm just going to park up. It's 27 minutes past 10, 35 minutes past 10. I'm on my way. I'm done. Yeah, and they actually came out and got me. I could have been away even quicker. Oh, and just so you know, that's the office there. That's the Uber office there, right on the corner. So I'm going to turn the car around, and I will just show some of you the cricket ground, because I know some of you are probably into cricket. I'm not. So I'll spin the car around and I'll point the camera at the ground so you can see what the ground looks like. Now, unfortunately, I cannot give you any information about this ground because cricket is not my thing. I'm sure there'll be a few people in the comment section that can tell us about a bit of history about this ground. So anyway, that is where the Uber office is. So now we're just going to drive down to the front of Brighton, down by the pier, and we'll end this video down by the pier while I waffle on and tell you my plans for 2025, because I think I confused a few people in my last video by saying I'm quitting, or the thumbnail said I'm quitting. I'm quitting being a private hire driver. I'm not quitting YouTube. Yeah, so that's all it is I'm quitting being a private hire driver. I can't do it anymore. I cannot be exploited by these companies like Uber and all the rest of them that are just ripping us off. They're just absolutely ripping us off, and I'm not putting up with it anymore. And the only way you can not put up with it anymore is to stop doing it, because there is so many of us in London. There's over 100,000 private hire drivers that work for Uber in London alone. So if I refuse a job, there will be someone else who accepts it, and that is the problem. Uber know that they can do it because someone else will accept this stupid money that they're offering. And instead of people refusing, constantly refusing, they don't, they accept the jobs, and that's why we're having this race to the bottom. Anyway, right in front of us, we've got the local prostitute there trying to get drum up some business from that van driver. Now, I know I'm keep using the name Uber, but all the other apps are exactly the same as Uber. All right, I'm just using Uber because it is the biggest and it is the busiest. If you're going to be a private hire driver, you've got to sign up for Uber. If no one else, you've got to sign up for Uber because it will keep you busy, but the pricing is just all wrong. You'll be a busy fool. Let's just put it that way. Now, I know that there will be a lot of private hire drivers that disagree with me that you can't earn good money on this, and you can earn good money on it. I'm not disputing that. It's the fact of how you have to earn good money on this, and there's a lot of videos on YouTube that explain or do the challenge. There's a few of on there that do the challenge, £1,000 a week challenge. Let's see if we can get to £1,000 in a week just using Uber, and they do it, but, and it's a big but, they forget to take out their expenses. They forget to put in how many hours they've used to actually get that £1,000 for the week. And it's not good. It really isn't good reading when you bring all of that into the equation. And that £1,000 that they earn in a week soon dwindles down to roughly around about £500. And then you put in the hours that they've put in to get that £1,000. You're talking close to a 60-hour week to get that grand. And because you've got to take off your car for starters. Mine is £259 a week. Anything that goes wrong with that car is down to me. Tyres, all that sort of stuff, all down to me. So you have any problems with the car, it comes off. You know, everything else that you've got, all your parking and all that sort of stuff that you have to do, all comes off of that £1,000, and they neglect to do that. And at the end, you're coming close to about £500 a week for a 60-hour week. That's not good money, is it? I mean, that's crap money. And let's not forget, your tax and insurance has to come out of that as well. And again, let's not forget, to get that sort of money, you have to work unsociable hours. Now, I'm just going to stop it here talking about private hire work for a second, just to show you the madness that is happening in this country. If you look over to the right-hand side, you'll see a reddish sort of pavement. That's a cycle lane. Come closer this way to the left, it's a coned off bit. That's also a cycle lane. So they've taken a lane off of the traffic to give them a cycle lane when they've already got a cycle lane. Please, answers on a postcard to this madness. What is that all about? I know one is going one way and one is going the other way, but look at the thousands and thousands and thousands of cyclists that are using it, and yet I have no words. Anyway, let's get back to the private hire stuff. So I'm not painting a pretty picture of being a private hire, am I? And it's not for me anyway. Some people would absolutely love it, and the one good thing about it, which you cannot beat in any other job, is just how flexible it is. If you need time off at a drop of a hat and all that sort of stuff, you just turn the apps off and go home, or you don't go in, whatever. You know, you are your own boss sort of thing, but you are actually working for these companies that rip you off. That's the unfortunate thing. But yeah, the flexibility of it is second to none. So as I've been waffling on here now, we were on the Brighton seafront, and a little while ago I did a video about Quadrophenia, and I will show you the Bellboy Hotel. Yeah, it's not called the Bellboy Hotel, but you remember Sting when he was the face and he was just a humble little bellboy? Well, we're coming up to that in a little while, and I'll point that out. So going back to my last video, why I seem to confuse everyone with saying I'm quitting, and I am quitting being a private hire driver. I want to thank you guys for looking out for me. Loads of you come up with ideas of things that I can do or should give a go and all of that sort of stuff. Some people telling me about the insurance because I'm working for, if you like, a company insurance. They will do you a letter, then you can send it off to your insurance company, and your insurance should come down if you haven't had a crash in the 4 years, and I haven't. That should come down. All these sort of things, and even with the normal car insurance that I said that I've done, which is £800, people were saying that's a bit higher, and have you done it business insurance because you're going to be using your car as a business? Yes, I did put it down as a business, so I did cover all them bases and everything else. But as I say, a massive thank you for just reminding me of my responsibilities of the insurance and other job offers and stuff like that I've had as well. But I do have a plan. But I'm a little bit worried because I normally have a backup plan, and with this job I have no backup plan whatsoever. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to give it a go as a full-time YouTuber. Yeah, so if you'll have me, you guys, there will be more videos to watch, not less. So hopefully that's okay with you guys and you won't get bored and switch off, because that's where the downfall is with me. It's a difficult one because I have no backup plan whatsoever. You know, if I got kicked off of Uber, say, I could go and work for the other ones. If I get kicked off of YouTube, there is no other one. Or if you guys stop watching me, there is no other income. So it's a risky one. It is a massive risky one. Now we're looking over to the left. This is the Grand Hotel. This is the hotel that was used in the film Quadrophenia, where Sting was just a humble bellboy. The front of the hotel has changed massively since 1979 when they filmed the little bit of Quadrophenia there, when Sting was just a humble bellboy there. And you'll see in a second outside the front of the hotel, look at that, how different it looks there. They've obviously enclosed it and made it like a conservatory, I guess. And while Sting was picking up all the cases, Jimmy was nicking his bike in the corner there. And that's the only thing that looks the same, is that post. You can see that post over to the left hand side. That looks the same. Everything else doesn't look the same at all. Yep, so that's where he nicked his bike, and he eventually went all the way to Beachy Head with that and rode it straight off the bloody cliff. And a lot of people said that I should have done a reconstruction bit of that and drove my car off the cliff. Yeah, so that's the plan at the moment, is to be a full-time YouTuber, and I'm relying on you guys to help me out by just keep watching, keep liking, subscribing, and all of the above. You know how it works. I mean, I have still got my private hire license. That doesn't expire until 2027. So if the shit hits the fan, I could always go back to doing that. I don't want to, though. And it's all to do with expenses. If the cars and everything wasn't so expensive, it wouldn't be so bad. But I've literally just finished my tax return and we're a year behind. When you're self-employed, you're a year behind everyone. So it's 2023 to 2024 is I've just done my tax return for that. And my outgoings was £18,000. £18,000 outgoings to drive a car. All right, I am a YouTuber as well. So I am a private hire driver stroke YouTuber. And all of that is in there as well. Things like my computer and internet and stuff like that. That's all in my expenses, or it's all in my outgoings. So yeah, so it's a lot of money. I have to put the YouTube in there because I'm earning money out of it, and I do not want to get done again for tax evasion. Oops, did I say again? That might be a one for Tales from the Cab. Oh no, I can't even do Tales from the Cab, can I? Because I'm not a cab. I'll have to call that something else, won't I? So that's it for today, guys. But answers on a postcard to what you think about this idea. And what should I call Tales from the Cab? Because I'm sure some of you will want to know about my tax. It's not quite as it seems. I'm no Al Capone, let's put it that way. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.